Hello there. I had a chap called Luke reach out to me asking if I could help him promote his new goofy little racing game called Wizards and Warkarts. It's basically Mario Karts but with wizards, and everyone has a tendency to explode in horrible fiery deaths. Now it's a free game available to download and the link will be in my description. He also added he couldn't pay what some big corporate companies would pay for a sponsored video. Has this chap not watched any of my other videos and realised I've never had a sponsor? We best start scratching this build. The thing that piqued my interest about this game was you could build your own warkarts, a little out of my wheelhouse, but I've been watching these chaps, whose names are appearing on screen now, for guidance. So I'm good to go. Now my warkarts aren't going to rock anyone's world. This is just a video to show you how easy it is to build warkarts. But I must confess, by the time I'd finished the second kart, I was already feeling more confident in making more. I just ran into a huge problem. I didn't have any more cars to use. Nevertheless, I cracked on with my first kart. I snipped off things I didn't think I needed, as my thought was it can be fixed with super glue and baking powder. I still wanted my karts to be able to roll, so carefully added super glue so not to jam up the wheels. Now, because I'm a novice at this scale, I wasn't very adventurous in the first design. I just simply turned the shell upside down and glued that onto the wheelbase. These exhausts were made out of metal and my snippers weren't big enough to tackle cutting through them, so I just found a spot I liked and glued those down. But before I did that, I reached for my box of fantasy figures to make sure whoever I picked could actually fit in the kart. And since I didn't have any wizards, I went with this guy. Let's call him Log. I had to wear a disguise when I visited my local coffee shop to borrow some coffee stirring sticks, as the ban apparently is still active. Let's just gloss over that bit. And I started making a wooden platform for Log to stand on. And now it was time I could add the exhaust pipes. I could then add some cable tidy as the back was looking a little dull. Next, it was Log's 2 seconds of fame to see if he would fit on the actual kart. I had to do a little alteration and snip off his base. I toyed with the idea of using a steering wheel but didn't like how that looked, so left that off. With green stuff no more, the search for a replacement continues, and I found this epoxy putty by Ox. For €2, I thought I'd give it a go. It claims it's mouldable, can be drilled, sanded, filed and painted, and sets in minutes, so the race was on. It comes in these small pellet-like doodads that you've got to unwrap and then chop the edge off either side because that was a little hard and already set. Squish it in your fingers until I'm guessing it goes a solid green. I also found it to be a little crumbly, but I added a small amount of water to my fingertips to bind it all together, which was puzzling because it claims this stuff to be waterproof. Nevertheless, adding a dash of water seemed to help and I was soon rolling out a sausage shape ready for my pipe roller. So this is the test. What I'll do is make multiple pipes, leave them for a few minutes to get, excuse the term, hard, before gluing them onto my kart. Now what I found was I didn't need to add any glue as this putty, if gently pressed down, would bond to the surface. So I bought this from a cheap Euro store for, €2. So the equivalent for my UK viewers would be probably B&M stores. Sadly, I'm not sure about my American viewers where you would find this stuff, but it really is good stuff. So just keep your eyes out for this stuff and hopefully you'll find some. Now I'll probably go back to that store next time and there won't be any there. So I'll still do the search for an alternative for green stuff. Now This was 10 minutes after I applied this to the kart, and these pipes are rock solid, which is absolutely brilliant and what we've been looking for. I'm just hoping that I can go back and buy the entire stock that they've got. I decided my wheels were looking a little drab, so reached for a model kit to harvest some wheel caps. While the model kit was out, I just used some more little bits and pieces just to cover the little gap that I wasn't happy with at the top of the exhaust with the pipes. And that was my first warkart completed, and feeling a little more confident in myself in the fact I could actually make this, it was on to the second one. But before I do that, it's code word time. If you're dropping a comment, leave the code word in your comments so I know you watched up to this point before reaching for a stiff drink. And the code word is electric car. Please also consider liking and subscribing to the channel. So the second car started pretty much like the first, and I won't bore you with that sort of details, but it had a dinosaur shell on it, which I kind of like. So I kept the basic shape, but made a few alterations. I decided to go all in as I was feeling cocky and made this my death kart. He's no magician but a wizard of death. Now I'll probably have to change all that in the editing process with YouTube censors. I've had these skeletons rattling around my drawer since 2025, so these are vintage in a TikTok world. I'm just going to use the skull and the rib cage for this build. Oh, probably a leg and an arm, who knows. I cut off the excess from the rib cage and glued the skull to the front of the cart. Then I trimmed down the dinosaur's body to use as a little mounting plate for the underneath of the skull. I had to trim down some more of the rib cage so I could get it onto my cart. And before I could glue that down, let me introduce you to Clive, the Grim Reaper. To get Clive to sit in the cart, I'm going to have to move the rib cage back slightly in order for Clive to fit in his warkart. I used the same trick I did on the last cart and used some of the coffee stirring sticks just to make a base. Then I'll just glue the rib cage into place, making sure that Clive's fat bum has enough room to get out of the cart. I add some of the leg and arm bones to either side of the vehicle. And because Clive is who he is, I'm going to add a few skulls to his warkart. I thought it would be fun just to add skulls on a skull, so the skulls become the headlights. And that was basically it. Time for priming, which I'll do off screen as you've seen me do this many times before. So instead I'll drop names on screen now from people who have left comments. Please keep them coming, as the more interaction the channel gets, the more that dreaded YouTube algorithm takes notice. Also, if you're watching this on a mobile device, hit that hype button 3 times because us Scratch builders are losing out to all that AI generated content. So the primer is down and I'm just going to do a quick and simple paint job on these as I'm still learning and don't have any real guidance on what sort of colours to use. So for Log's warkart, it's going to be green, which I'll stipple on using one of the other half's makeup sponges. Just don't tell her, please. Then I'll go in with grey to go over all the coffee stirring sticks, and may add a little silver to the exhaust. Perhaps may I suggest a little brown for Log. And then I'll do a quick dry brush of like a latte colour just to bring up some of the highlights, and that is that warkart done and dusted. For Clive, I'm keeping out the dry brush and just dry brushing all the vehicle with that latte colour. And that will be that. My 2 vehicles that took less than 2 hours to build, ready for that gaming table. Don't forget to show some love and help Luke out with his game. Give him some feedback too. Next are the glamour shots, so all that's left for me to say is, my name is Aaron, and you've been watching Terrain by Aaron. Keep scratching that build, everybody.